Hello my friends, I hope you feel happy. So today I'm going to double the trouble and check not one but two model kits for ya. Both are entry grades, both are from the Gundam build Metaverse series, both are very good for what they are. Quick note, so in my schedule there should be MGX Unicorn review floating around, but unfortunately accident happened with the LED system and the kit itself. It was totally my fault and I broke it, so I need to buy a backup copy to do a proper review for ya, and I can tell you, it's worth the money. It's expensive, so it will take some time to rebuy this one, but be patient. Episode with the MGX will be something really special. Instead of MGX, there will be another incarnation of Unicorn that should land here in next couple days. Okay, back to the topic. I'm not familiar with the build series at all. I've seen 3 episodes of the new one and it's quite okay. I like how they portrait Gunpla as a hobby and go crazy with the concept of digital fights and VR reality. Really cool, and I will definitely check other anime from the series. So what is entry grade and for whom the Bandai made this line? So basically entry grade is targeting new starters to the hobby, but I must say from my perspective that it's more than that. First of all, I think that this is a great canvas for paint practice. Models are very cheap, you can customize them easily, from scratch builds to some kit bashing and all between. So first of all, I would say buy it for experiments if you are experienced and seasoned builder. You probably have tons and tons of spare kits, but this is a great idea for those who just want to experiment and do not want to pick some more expensive models. Next thing, this is great for youngsters. You don't need to use any kind of tools, so no chance of cutting younglings. It's also a great present for a model builder or for someone not familiar with the hobby to fire the passion. It's more than great if you need your dose of plastic but you are, let's say, out of home on a trip, or to have some fun in free time on whatever the reason is. You don't need any tools or anything, 45 minutes and kit is done. I underestimated this at first. This is my first contact with this grade and I can already tell that I will get another one just for fun of quick assembly during whatever. So okay, then let's start with Lah Gundam. It's based on Eric's 78-2, this one is well known and classic formula. On the runners we have leftovers from original Granddaddy entry grade, so you can easily change the appearance out of the box. You have shoulders, knee armor parts, front skirts, backpack with the beam sabers handles but without the beam effects, alternative parts for the beam rifle, and head armor of the Granddaddy. The last one is the only thing that you can't do much with, as the part will not fit out of the box. Looking at the design itself, it's okay, but I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, not the Granddaddy, obviously, but it's probably because of the color scheme. But it's of course subjective. This orange tomato red, like, just not my kind of thing here. Other than that, we have nice black on the chest, inner frame parts are in standard grey, and majority of the armor parts are in classic white. Model is simple in terms of design and especially in terms of comparison with the Strike Exceed Galaxy, but it looks just okay. Of course, we can't count endless shapes and details here, and we need to remember that this is the entry grade, so no crazy panel lines or intricate details at all. We have 0 stickers on board, so big plus for that. Eyes are solid plastic, but I don't like the small gap between them and armor. I was thinking that this was fitting problem on my side, but I can't find a way out of the box to fit them perfectly. It's not on your face so much, so we can live with that. On the head we have very nice clear part. Plastic overall is good, but we can expect some marks here and there, seam lines, etc. So we have small but, let's say, nice set here. Let's start with the Naginata Spear. I love this beam effect, it looks very good, we can split it, so there is option for posing it as 2 pieces, also no problem to fit it to have both hand grip. If not in use, you can storage it on the back, very nice feature. Next we have beam gun. It's well-known RX-78-2 beam gun. It have really nice details on board, but I hate this little part. I prefer the original aiming mechanism. Looks 1000 times better for me. The beam gun itself fits perfectly in the hand, no problem with grabbing it of course, so plenty of options to pose with. And the final thing here is the shield. Really like the color scheme of it. We have some nice panel lines on it and we can place it on the left and right side thanks to this pack, as well as on the back. So very nice and small accessory sets. We do not have much here, no interchangeable hands for example, or any special cool gimmicks on board, but let's bring this one more time. Entry grade. Now, here's the thing that I was surprised the most. This little thing can do some serious posing, but you need to be aware about the joints quality. First of all, leg joints in both kits are terrible and like to pop up very often. The same goes with the ball joints in the shoulders. It can be frustrating sometimes, but still, to have this articulation on board here is a blessing. Thanks to the hole you can put it on the stand with no problem, and both in air and on the ground this kit is very dynamic. When I was assembling this thing I was thinking that there will be no chance for crazy poses at all, probably just standard standing pose in couple variants, but oh man, this thing is very well balanced. It's better than some high grades in this term, so very big plus for that. So now let's check all the articulation points here. Head is on the double ball joint with very nice moving range and full swivel. Full rotation of the arm. You can't move the shoulder armor by any chance. But thanks to movable joint here you can go as far as that, which is really nice. No butterfly joints. Whole arm is on the ball joint that tends to jump off easily while moving. Full swivel of the upper arm, also this is, let's say, a little loose here and like to jump off sometimes. Single joint in the elbow, but with very nice range of movement. Hands are on the ball joint. Thanks to ball joint inside we have nice movement range in torso. In the waist there is more opposite force in the ball joint, so it works a little harder than one in the chest, and I advise to sand it just a little. Front skirts are movable, front and back. I cutted the part inside for movement separation. Side skirts are on the ball joints but are loosey as hell and will jump off when you will look at them too long. Back skirt can do absolutely nothing. Beautiful, almost Jean-Claude Van Damme spread in the legs. But like I said, ball joints here are terrible and legs like to jump up very easily. Swivel here with movement limitation by the armor. Really nice double joint in the knee. This armor part is fixed so you can't move it by its own. Really nice and dynamic move range of the foot. The build itself was quick and nice. You can literally build this one without any kind of tools. You can just press the parts on the runner and that's it. And you can see they are molded differently than what we used to. Still remember to be cautious as some parts can break easily if you put too much force on them. In this case we have runners from the original entry grade Granddaddy with additional ones with the new parts. So now it's a good moment for transition to the second one, which is Strike Galaxy Exceed. And I can tell it was a little more complicated build than the Lah Gundam. But complicated is maybe wrong word here, we just have more parts to snap. This one is just purely fantastic and from the look it's just like any other high grade, so yeah, Strike meets the narrative Gundam here. We have very nice details here for the grade. These clear parts on the armor and the sword are just top notch. The base for this is obviously the Strike entry grade, but this time no useful leftovers at all. Only these parts as a backup and original parts of the knees. I just love looks of this thing. Zero stickers on board, of course. Really nice thing is that all clear parts as well as the eye plastic will glow under blue, or what some like to call it, black light. Majority of this design is white with some little additions of very nice blue/light violet parts. As you can see, inner frame is in grey also. Thanks to this hose, similar to the 30 minutes missions, we can customize the display to our likes by putting accessories in different spots. This is really nice. So let's take a look at what this one comes with. So here we have really nice set of accessories, I must say. We have this really cool beam rifle that can transform into the sword. We have multiple options here. First of all, let's start with the sword form. You can display separately the sword handle with the beam effect and this small little barrel. I love this. You can change its appearance to have bigger beam rifle and it looks very cool. And on top of that, you can also display this with the clear part effect. How cool is that? There is also second beam rifle on board. The original one from the strike looks good but simple. Thanks to some details, we can do some nice panel lining here. And now the shield. It's small but looks fantastic thanks to the color scheme and the clear part. Shield itself is on the ball joint, so it's posable a little, adds nice dynamics. We have these two parts with the hose, but I will return to this aspect just in a minute. And last but not least, we have Galaxy Fighter. This ship is so simple, yet so many options here. You can store it on the back by sliding this part with the pack, looks cool as a backpack. Thanks to the hose, you can display it on separate stand and also attach other accessories. And here comes the fun. Thanks to this pack that is hide inside, you can put it where you want on the Gundam itself. I mean literally. You see the hole, you just put it inside. I mean the bag. I mean, you know what I mean. And we have these two little adapters, so here comes the best feature. Freedom of display. Thanks to multiple spots and these two little adapters, you can go crazy and just modify it as you like. You can store all of this in one form, I just love it. You can experiment and have pure fun. So this set of accessories is really top-notch in this package. I love it to death. So, with great body comes great posability. This one has some limitations in compared to the Lah Gundam, but you have some other features in exchange. For example, side movements of the arm is very limited in compared to the Lah, but you have little butterfly joint that adds a lot of dynamics. Unfortunately, hips ball joints are worse than in Lah because of the stress of the parts, so sanding here is crucial. Every movement of the legs will end in jumping up. But even with this limitation, this kit is very posable and dynamic. Thanks to multiple accessory display options, you can go crazy and change the display every day of the week. Really nice. Both on the ground and on the air, this kit looks just simply fantastic. If not the legs, that can be really frustrating sometimes. Yeah, but still we need to remember what it is. Entry grade. So now let's take a look at all articulation points here. Head is on the double ball joint with the full swivel, but also with some armor parts limitations. Full rotation of the arm. Shoulder armor can move up and down. This is the max side movement of the arm. Swivel in the upper arm. Single joint in the elbow with the nice bending. Hand on the ball joint. Some bending in tummy section. Full swivel of the upper body. Front skids are movable, front and back also cut inside. Side skids can move. Back skid is fixed. Terrible ball joints in the hips. Full leg swivel. Double bend in the knee. This armor part is on the ball joint. Very nice foot movement and bands. So in terms of articulation, both are very good, but have some limitations on board here and there. Still, this is on the good side and I'm very surprised with these models in these terms. So now let's take a look at both of them in comparison with some other Gunplas. So in conclusion, they both very nice for what they are. My final verdict for both of them is try them for yourself. I will not score them at all, as this category have simply another reason to exist than regular Gunplas, I think. I recommend them for you all, especially as a present for someone who is not familiar with the hobby, as the name calls it, it's great entry point. From these two, I totally recommend the Strike Exceed Galaxy. It's better looking in my opinion, more unique, have more accessories on board, and can be displayed in multiple ways fueled by your imagination. Lah Gundam, on other hand, is great as entry point to the hobby or just for collection from the anime series, but it feels just like less tempting and not as much eyes pleasing. Both for sure are fun, so grab your wallet and choose wisely. So that's all for today. Now I'm going to prepare my other video, so thank you for watching, my lovely viewer. If you like my reviews, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, and see you virtually in my next video. Ciao!